Good.
Germany causes perpetual great power peace. So false to specific studies are perceptions to square this question against that, which all cause power vacuums and resorts to need withdrawal and causes counterbalancing, which is that. Worse they say empirics ain't great. They say empirics ain't great. Depression is proof anything forgery. Deployment of troops is critical. Or Brooks evidence indicates that empirics are on our side because the faulty the multiplicity study I can bury the Brooks evidence indicates it said that the Brooks evidence says that for deployment of troops and the current withstanding of troops is necessary to prevent the critical counterbalancing and the withdrawal of troops. They say much our evidence, but their evidence relies on the lack of physical ability, which our evidence indicates we already have due to being the 50 years of the global hegemon model. So we are already forward deployed in places like the Middle East and North Korea, which our evidence indicates if we were to withdraw would cause miscalculations. Unique scenario for where default to studies. Our evidence is just speculation. Comes from a same multipolarity coming now. I'll answer this on the. I'm going to answer this on top of the critique. If anything, our per shot evidence we read indicated the per shot evidence we read says that which is their evidence concedes that movements are not sufficient because developments are too slow. If anything, there's a reason why hegemony declining now, like our Forbes evidence indicates, is coming now because of things like Arctic colonies, South China Sea is a reason tag now because multipolarity can't not solve enough. They say hedge causes terrorism, and in Russia where extended Brzezinski evidence say even if they win this, there's no impact because there's zero risk of Russia and China declining the status quo. Also, if anything, hedge decline causes this because it creates power vacuums and resorts to counterbalancing. They say terrorism in social groups, but extended Brooks evidence indicates that decline causes terrorism. It's a question of unipolar system not being the lightning rod, which our evidence indicates is key. To say terrorism as a perennial problem in history. It proves that empirics are on our side. If anything, helmet is something you should hang your head on because they concede a terminal impact that hedge decline causes, or that it causes nuclear war, which is unique. Zero for extinction should go to oceans. Group other reasons why biodiversity are bad. We control larger internal glaciers. One is artificial habitats. Planet X is de facto NPA creates safe haven for putting our islands in new fish. Piece point is the offsets of fossil fuel water intake. We are the only ones with evidence that cite a red line 76 or 86 billion tons of species each year are sucked up into the water fuel, which is unique. Which none of their evidence says that group D turns case argument, extending modern or group D ignores argument. They say fossil fuels are inevitable. We don't. They have no evidence on this question. Even if it's true, pursuit of renewables is inevitable because it displaces fossil fuels. The entire when it sees the crux of a reason why paradigm shift is possible. It's just a question of commercialization for default to specific solvency evidence. They say noise, but when noise increases biodiversity, extended modern evidence that marine animals are detached sounds because the turbine sound actually bring larvae in, which is unique. But they say construction, but extend all of our extended McWhorter evidence and the Nordman evidence indicates that there's no net negative benefit because today's research shows that it's too focused on electromagnetic fields. If anything, K doesn't turn that, go to the K proper. Preserve the greater good. You two should be your decision calculus further on because the multi-ethical observer politics results in more absolutes than which habit. Just my feels to see unintended consequences. I decline in naval power like the one you see like life is a prerequisite to value in the first place. Hedge outweighs and cause the extinction. They have no terminal effect. It's the only theory that can explain modern proliferation, which independently insulates it from the critique. No clear offense. Coming to the 2 hour means you default tap on this question. Go to the alternative debate. Actually, their multipolarity argument. This argument makes zero sense as an alternative. They have not already single link to unipolarity as opposed to multipolarity. Even if the counter movements now, it doesn't mean that they're effective. Anti-immigrants will always be real to the question. If anything is unique for that because we need hegemony now because of things like anti-Americanism. It's a question of making hedge effective in the face of decline. No more than 200 hours about why rejection and sovereignty is bad forms of governance are still inevitable, which he concedes. Coming to the 200 alternative fails. No wireless evidence indicates rejection of all sovereignty is messianic politics and ideology because it turns every politics into ultra politics, which is obviously a gross mirrors characterization. Doesn't account for a particularly good politics. Myers doubles it a perm sovereignty because it says true here we need to engage in these systems, prove the permutation is the best option. Gomez evidence says that the sovereign is always perceived as like social antagonism and inevitable because no logical structure is in place. The 2 flat out concedes these cards draw. Arguments are true arguments. They don't solve these species divide framework debates only by way arguments based on the blunt text. They don't turn to self-serving aggressive makes choosy predictable and offensive possible. Conceding fairness is independent reason to vote for because it kills education in depth debate. You shape out the consequence of the apathy. Judge should choose the parts of the one policy that they do or do not like. It's not an conditionality. It's not an independent reason. It's a reason to reject the argument of the team. It's just a reason that you should have to. We should have to defend the 1AC as a whole rather than just the plain text. Also, permutation do but continue. The Watson evidence indicates that rejecting dualism is that worse and destruction. All of our links are incorrect. Hedges, the only modern theory, extend the omitted and short evidence indicates no impact of biopower because state of action can be detained to disprove the thesis or scenario missing. Indicts Gottman's argument and state of exception and says that the conversation between the government and media distorts the truth. It proves things like Gimo and war on terror. Get a bit.